Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to NXT, and what a night we have in store for you as we are kicking it off with Jaida Parker, who recently won that number one contenders matchup, or battle royal I should say, to earn herself that opportunity to face off against Tiffany Stratton in the near future. And we heard strong words from Tiffany Stratton, your NXT Women's Champion, later on in that night, and saying that she wasn't very impressed with what she saw with Jaida Parker. But now Jaida Parker takes on Lola Vice in a one-on-one contest. Certainly going to be a hard-hitting matchup for sure, and very curious to see how this is going to be. And certainly in a one-on-one contest, this is going to be both these women's debut in a singles matchup here in NXT, and really looking forward to seeing how Jaida Parker fares against Lola Vice in this one-on-one contest. And Jaida seems like she's the type of woman to not really be phased. She's completely confident in what she's able to do in this middle of this ring. And now here comes Lola Vice. She can shake her hips, but in the middle of the ring, she is not afraid to throw down. There's a little bit of potential there in that battle royal, but obviously it's not the same as a one-on-one contest. You know, in a battle royal, you gotta keep your head on a swivel, but obviously in a one-on-one contest, you're still keeping your head on a swivel, but there's only one person you have to worry about, and that's your one opponent. And for Tiffany Stratton, certainly she's got to be watching this matchup very closely, because you just never know when exactly that match is going to be locked in, because we know NXT Roadblock is coming up very soon. I believe it's in 3 weeks' time it would be. So it is coming up very soon. We'll have to figure out what's going on with that. But here we go. Jaida Parker versus Lola Vice. And here we go. One-on-one contest. Ooh, and a big kick to the lower back just to start us off here. This is where Lola Vice can be very dangerous. We heard about that submission side of herself, and you're seeing it right here, right now, live here on NXT. She's trying to tap out Jaida Parker. Just like that, she's able to get herself out of it. Not much of obviously a submission hold there, but it was just enough to really slow down Lola Vice as much as possible. Or I should say Jaida Parker. What a maneuver there. Simple but effective is Jaida Parker at this moment. And look at Lola Vice doing the right thing, rolling outside the ring. What a suicide dive there from Jaida Parker, taking out the competition. The referee starts his count here. And big head scissors, or I should say almost like a submission hold here at ringside. Lola doing the small things effectively at this moment. Basically a 50-50 match. Anything can go down in this matchup, it seems, as Lola tosses Jaida Parker to the other side. And now Jaida Parker back in the ring, going to look to inflict some more damage. And now both of these women going to go back and forth here, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing like a good old striking game to open up NXT. Lola Vice and Jaida Parker. Two women looking to climb the rankings here in NXT. Jaida Parker more than likely next in line for the NXT Women's Championship. Something's got to give here. Lola's not backing down. Jada's not backing down. And certainly these women continuing to go back and forth, as now Jaida from the second rope. Big axe handle from behind. And wait a minute, Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton, is she here? That's her music. Is the NXT Women's Champion here? At least that's her music. More than likely, maybe it's just a distraction. Jaida Parker not knowing what to expect, as there's Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton with a chair shot. Referee in shock and awe. He didn't see what was going on there. And now Lola gonna try to crawl over to Jaida Parker. Is this it? It was the chair shot enough? Oh, very close to a 2, but just a 1 count. And we'll see how that chair shot in this matchup affects the rest of this matchup. And that chair shot, I think it means that Tiffany may think more of Jaida Parker than initially coming out of her mouth, honestly. Message sent, certainly, as another pinfall attempt here by Lola Vice, but a strong kick out from Jaida. She's not going to let that chair shot keep her down. Big stomp to the middle of that back. Big distraction there by Tiffany Stratton, giving Lola Vice the momentum. Can Jaida Parker get back into this matchup as her back and arm just being taken to the woodshed here? Now let's see what Vice wants to set up here. Big stomp here. Uh-oh. Oh, big karate kick to the lower back there. I don't know how effective that's going to be, but it's certainly affecting the back, and a strong kick out from Jaida Parker. And now Lola Vice looking to put down Jaida here. Spinning backhand. Down goes Jaida Parker. Pinfall attempt. Referee in position. 2, 3. Lola Vice picks up the win tonight thanks to Tiffany Stratton. The headshot changed the momentum and the trajectory of this match, and Lola Vice is dancing her way to victory. Probably not the way that she wanted to win her NXT singles debut, but a win is a win for Lola Vice and Jaida Parker. There's certainly going to be some hell to pay for Tiffany Stratton, the NXT Women's Champion. And now things, ladies and gentlemen, are going to get a little bouncy here in NXT, as here comes Javion Evans. Has plenty of potential, and we've seen those in those matches, being part of that Gold Rush tournament and everything else, picking up some wins as well before that. So for Javion Evans, still here in NXT, a lot to build on here for this young man, and certainly having a chance to take on the NXT North American Champion. You're going to tell how far Javion Evans has come. Can he knock off the Nigerian ruler, Oba Femi? But also, if you guys watch the NXT Gold Rush PLE, you see that there is a new man, Omos, the Nigerian giant, coming into play. Obviously, he came face-to-face with Oba Femi. We weren't sure what was going to go down. Last week on NXT, though, after Oba Femi's matchup, we saw Oba Femi defeat Andre Chase, Omos coming out, and both of them walking out together. So, seems like they are working together. We'll see how this is honestly going to fare between those two, ladies and gentlemen, as there is your NXT North American Champion, Oba Femi, with Omos there right behind him. Yeah, look at this, man. Oba Femi, Omos together. This is going to be a crazy duo for sure. I'm not sure what the intentions of Oba Femi and Omos are going to be here in the future of NXT. Certainly already has the NXT Championship, or NXT North American Championship, pardon me. But hey, there's also plenty of other championships that these guys can go for. The NXT Championship, maybe they go to the tag team division and take Gallus down. Certainly a lot to really digest, but tonight Oba Femi takes on Javion Evans. Oba Femi is here. He is looking to bring the fight. Javion Evans is going to need to bring everything tonight, because this is going to be an absolute fight. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Javion Evans and Oba Femi. Look at Javion Evans. He's trying to slow down. Oba Femi is now Oba with almost like a headlock situation here, trying to keep Javion Evans on the mat. And oh, look at this. Oh, could almost do a submission hold if he really wants to. Evans might have to tap out. Not even a minute into this matchup. Not even 30 seconds into this match. And look at Oba. Oh my goodness, what a knee strike from the Nigerian ruler, Oba Femi. And now Oba Femi going to look to go to work here. Big clubbing blows to the young man, Javion Evans. It has so much potential, this young man does. Can't wait to really see what he's going to be able to accomplish. I mean, this man could very well be NXT champion one day. And so can Oba Femi. Guy has plenty of potential. And Omos, well, I don't think we've seen his potential just yet. And now Oba, oh goodness, what an elbow. Right to the midsection, right there to the chest. Trying to cave in the chest there of Javion Evans. And a big knee strike right to the temple. That is not going to be feeling too good for Mr. Evans. Evans, though, trying to roll out the way, but just like that, your North American champion, I thought he was one step ahead of him, but Evans, the slippery man, is able to get himself out of it. And look at that springboard attempt. Going for that moonsault didn't work out in his favor. And now Oba Femi going to go to work here. So, oh no, this ain't going to go well. Oba Femi with a big axe handle takes down Javion Evans. Man, look at that strength. Look at the power of your North American champion. A lot of big names here in NXT have held that NXT North American Championship and gone on to do great things on the main roster. As both these men need to get themselves back inside the ring here to avoid a possible countout here. I believe the referee is at a 7 here. Now at an 8. Both men need to get back inside the ring. Javion Evans trying to get back inside the ring. We'll see if Omos can get back in, or I should say Oba. And both men do. And now there's a steel chair in the ring. Javion Evans looking to steal one. Shoulders are down. Ooh, just like that. Able to get out of that predicament. And luckily that referee was able to notice that steel chair being in the ring. Certainly Oba Femi having a big win last week over Andre Chase. Andre Chase gave a heck of a battle. It honestly looked like Chase very well could have won that matchup, but your Nigerian giant, your ruler, was able to walk out victorious. As, oh, look at that springboard. Big time springboard clothesline to the back of the neck. And now, what's Evans thinking here? Uh-oh, well, for springboard in the corner, off the top, into a cutter. Hey, almost like a Cody cutter, but then Evans with a brutal cutter. That might be it. No, Evans. Evans so close. But for Evans, he's got to know he's got to do a lot more to put away the Nigerian ruler. And again, here we go. Oh my goodness, almost like a torpedo type of maneuver, takes down Oba Femi, and that should be it. It is Javion Evans with an upset victory tonight over Oba Femi, the NXT North American champion. What in the hell? What a match. Javion Evans not afraid of battling the NXT North American champion and walked out victorious. This young blood is on fire. And Evans still celebrating. You got the Nigerian giant Omos right here. Both men face to face here. And looks like Omos wants to grab him some. As down goes Javion Evans. And oh no, this could be a very bad situation for the NXT Youngblood here. And oh no, Omos. No. Two-handed choke slam. Absolutely brutal. And this man is not dead yet, it seems. Oh, this is not a situation to take very lightly, ladies and gentlemen. Something absolutely brutal. All the weight on the ribs there. And Omos gonna look to send a message here. Evans just went to war with Oba Femi, walked out victorious in a non-title match, and now Omos gonna look to inflict some pain on the young OG here. Javion Evans wants to be in title contention. He picked up a massive win tonight just to be even in that situation. And just like that, he's being decimated by the big man, Omos. And we certainly weren't sure where this partnership was going to go between Omos and Femi, but certainly I think you're getting a taste of it right here, right now. And Omos, choke slam through that damn table. Omos decimating the young OG here on NXT. Well, you certainly hate to see that, ladies and gentlemen. Very uncalled for by Omos to take out Javion Evans after Evans picked up a very unexpected win over the NXT North American champion. But now we set our sights to the women's tag team division as you got GigiDolin and TatumPaxley. This will be TatumPaxley's debut here in NXT, a part of this tag team, as you see. Obviously, GigiDolin, TatumPaxley, and Shotzi Blackheart will be all a part of this Chemical X tag team. GigiDolin's certainly been dealing with JC Jane ever since been breaking up with that, but you know, GigiDolin having a, you could say, a sense of urgency in her career, I would say here, teaming up with TatumPaxley, taking her under her wing, and certainly with Shotzi Blackheart, who's a multi-time women's tag team champion in her own right. Very interested to see where this is going to go for this tandem. And then also their opponents will be seeing their tag team debut. We've seen JC Jane in the series. Fallon Henley we've seen a little bit as well. But as a tag team, they make their NXT tag team debut together tonight, known as Fatal Attraction. Really looking forward to see how Fatal Attraction works too, as you know, we got to find challengers for Roxanne and Cora Jade, the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, who knocked off Tegan Knox and Shotzi Blackheart. And it looks like Fallon Henley and JC Jane will come out here separately, playing some mind games of sorts. JC Jane would love to get some championship gold around her waist. Was a part of the big group with herself, Mandy Rose, and GigiDolin of Absolution. Or so I should say Toxic Attraction, pardon me. Absolution was a different tag team with Paige, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville, but Toxic Attraction was JC Jane, GigiDolin, and obviously Mandy Rose there. As we wait for Fallon Henley to make her way down to the ring. This is going to be a big-time tag team matchup. All fighting to face off and really kind of jockey for position in the women's NXT tag team division. And, you know, not only that, I mean, if they can impress in the tag team division, hey, you know, Thea Hale, she is the women's NXT North American champion. So certainly if you're able to be impressive in this division, it doesn't mean that you can't challenge for another championship as well. Be a great tag team matchup coming your way here live on NXT. Referee ringing the bell. Here we go. TatumPaxley, JC Jane. Familiar faces in this match. Obviously JC Jane, GigiDolin. Former friends, bitter rivals. Still dealing with each other here in NXT, trying to go their separate ways. Obviously, JC Jane, GigiDolin, JC Jane turned her back and beat her down. They would have an Extreme Rules match where JC Jane would defeat GigiDolin, but that was only their only match between there, as JC Jane threw the ropes and then big clothesline right to that left knee, taking it out. Ooh, what a super kick, and I think TatumPaxley may have a bloody nose from that. Or no, she got caught right on the eye socket, I think, actually. I thought it was a bloody nose, but from that angle, that looks like that was more of an eye socket shot than anything. We'll see if we can get a good camera angle here, ladies and gentlemen. It's Paxley rolling outside the ring. Fallon Henley looking to fly. Big missile drop kick, and down she goes. Fatal Attraction, making it look very fatal for their opponents tonight. It's a big Russian leg sweep, takes down Fallon Henley. And as these women continue to go back and forth here, we're at a 4 count. Hopefully we don't have to worry about even close to a possible count out here. Referee is at a 6. I think he's upping his count a little bit faster to up the urgency for both these women to get themselves back inside this ring here. Off the ropes, here we go, showing that agility. Into a drop kick, takes down TatumPaxley. Into a nice tag there. GigiDolin inside the ring, and now Gigi gonna look to flip the momentum of this match. Frankensteiner dropping Fallon Henley on her head. Pinfall opportunity. Oh no, strong kick out there from Fallon Henley. And GigiDolin trying to get this Orlando, Florida crowd here in Full Sail University behind them. As big tag, and now familiar foes going at it. And JC Jane had a little bit more oomph on that kick. She decimated GigiDolin with that kick. Big senton there to the ribs, bringing the momentum. As we continue tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we still have a couple more big matches, including your main event with ShawnSpears teaming up with NXT champion EthanPage to take on the NXT champion, or I should say to take on the challengers, it seems like, of Drew McIntyre and Shinsuke Nakamura. We don't know what the NXT Championship match is going to be at NXT Roadblock because there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Last week, we saw Drew McIntyre pick up a win over EthanPage, only for ShawnSpears, the chairman, to come out and beat down Drew McIntyre with a chair. And then out of nowhere, Shinsuke Nakamura, the king of strong style, who got drafted to NXT, he beat down ShawnSpears. So the question is, was Shinsuke Nakamura helping Drew McIntyre? Was Nakamura just coming down here to remind everyone who Shinsuke Nakamura is? You know, it's a big question. We got to find out. And maybe we'll get that tonight in the main event. And also, before that tonight, we're going to see Trick Williams, whoop that trick, taking on Tony D'Angelo of the D'Angelo family in a one-on-one contest. As Dolan off the ropes, going for a big boot. JC Jane saw that and able to roll out the way and pull down the hair of Dolan. Now into the pinfall attempt. One. Ooh, strong kick out. You know, off the tag. TatumPaxley. No, she gets hit with a spinning kick to the temple. Is that enough? Shoulders are down. 2. And ooh, strong kick up from TatumPaxley. Is still recovering from that big kick to the eye socket there. And now JC freaking out here, telling her to get up to her feet, and now a suicide dive through the middle rope. Paxley down and out. She's in trouble right now, and certainly this new group of Fatal Attraction certainly have brought the fight for sure tonight to TatumPaxley. I'm not saying that Paxley and Gigi haven't been able to get some offensive maneuvers, as JC Jane eating a big elbow strike there from Dolan, but certainly you know, it's been more impressive from Fatal Attraction. As JC Jane looking to send a message to Gigi, takes down Gigi, and now JC Jane going to look to take a pivotal 2-on-1 situation here into their factor here. But a big elbow from Tatum. Here we go into a roll-up cradle. Pinfall, is this it? No. Strong kick out. And look at Pax, you said, I almost got you, girl. Almost got you. It looks like JC Jane wants her some more of GigiDolin, it seems. As Paxley was looking to do something to Fallon Henley, but didn't work out in her favor as she bounces her off that big opening that she has on her face there. Into another roll-up. We saw this moments ago, looking to steal it one more time. No, and a strong kick out. Hey, sometimes you got to pull out those type of maneuvers. We saw something like that work on SmackDown last week with Alpha Academy beating American Made in a non-title match on SmackDown. Paxley showing you those strikes and going to pull down JC from the back of her head there. And Paxley, what is she thinking? From the middle rope here, or from the outside. Here we go. Nice springboard missile drop kick. Takes down, or missile kick, or missile drop, drop kick, whatever you want to call it. Highly effective no matter what. And now this is where Paxley has to decide what she wants to do. She's taking out Fallon Henley. And that's certainly one way to take out your opponent there. And you always should use the outside to your advantage at times. Good guy, bad guy, whatever you may be, use the outside to your advantage at times. It very well could change up the momentum of any prospective match. As, railing into Fallon Henley, kick to the back of the neck, didn't certainly get all of it, into that big spinning forearm strike. We are now at a 6 here. Referee now at a 7. JC Jane may not care right now. She's trying to decimate TatumPaxley. Back inside the ring we go, and now we're at a 9. I think we're about to get ourselves a count out, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we do. Fatal Influence takes down Chemical X tonight in this big-time tag team matchup. Certainly not the way the match for a lot of these women were expecting here in the crowd tonight, but that's Fatal Influence for you, ladies and gentlemen. Getting the job done no matter what. Up next here, ladies and gentlemen, on our good old-fashioned NXT is the NXT debut of Ricky Saints. One of the hottest free agents in all of NXT has signed NXT, and this young man will address the NXT universe up here next on what is next for his career, being one of the hottest free agents in all of NXT. He wasn't on Raw, he wasn't on SmackDown, he wasn't in NXT. He was coming out from the outside, looking in, and now he has signed NXT. He has signed with NXT General Manager Adam Pearce, and the start of the Ricky Saints era has started live here on NXT, and I'm looking forward to what this young man has to say live here on NXT. Orlando, it feels so damn good to be home. For months, the rumors swirled. The questions flew. Where's Ricky Saints going? What's next for him? Well, let me answer that right now. I signed with NXT because this is where the best fight the best. This is where warriors are made, and I don't just want to be here. I want to run this place. See, I fought my way up from nothing. I wasn't handled a contract. I didn't have a last name that opened doors. Every bruise, every setback, every time someone told me, you'll never make it, I took that, I stored it, and I turned it into fuel. And now I get to prove every single one of them wrong. I'm here to stand toe-to-toe with the best this brand has to offer. Anyone who is looking to step up, you're looking at your next problem. Because Ricky Saints doesn't back down. Ricky Saints doesn't quit. And Ricky Saints, he's about to carve his name into NXT history. So to the NXT universe, I say this. Get used to the name, because you're going to be screaming it for a very long time. Certainly a lot of big-time matches connecting tonight here live to all of you lovely fans here in Orlando and all the millions of fans watching at home. But there's a lot of stuff that we need to address, and there's going to be some matches after what we've seen tonight so far that we're going to be making for NXT Roadblock. After Tiffany Stratton decided to get involved in that women's matchup earlier between Jaida Parker and Lola Vice, and Jaida Parker won that NXT Battle Royal last week to earn herself a future championship opportunity. What better way than having the NXT Women's Championship match live at NXT Roadblock? You're hearing that right. Tiffany Stratton defends her Women's Championship against Jaida Parker live there at NXT Roadblock. Also earlier on tonight, we saw Javian Evans defeat the Nigerian ruler NXT North American champion Femi in what a lot of people are calling a upset victory. And after the matchup, we saw Omos beat down Mr. Javian Evans after the matchup, and I just got done talking to Mr. Evans, and he wants a championship match against Femi, and I'm going to make it official for NXT Roadblock between Femi, the North American champion, and Javion Evans live. Another match I would like to confirm for NXT Roadblock, as we are going to see Santos Escobar and his new goons of the Legado del Fantasma, Angel and Berto, in a 6-man tag team matchup against Rey Mysterio, Hakeem Wilde, and Cruz del Toro in a 6-man elimination match live at NXT Roadblock. And that's all I got so far regarding the NXT Roadblock PLE coming up in 3 weeks' time, the week after Bad Blood, as well as Bash and Berlin. But certainly, how the night continues, there may be some more matches I will confirm by the end of tonight. But let's get ready for Trick Williams to take on Tony D'Angelo here live in NXT. Back to you guys. Plenty of big-time matches coming your way live there at NXT Roadblock in just 3 weeks' time. But tonight, we have another big-time matchup here on NXT, as it's the Don of NXT. Tony D'Angelo coming out here with Stacks. Very close to walking out with the Dusty Cup Championship was Tony D'Angelo and Stacks. They ran into the Gallus freight train, and certainly they ran through anybody and everybody to show you guys why they're the NXT champions. And Gallus, the new NXT Tag Team Champions, they've taken a little bit of a vacation. They say that they deserve it. They ran through most of the tag teams all here in NXT at that time, and they believe it's a good time for them to take a good vacation after what they did. So I don't know when we'll be seeing Gallus in the NXT Tag Team Championships, but hopefully very soon, and hopefully we'll see him at NXT Roadblock defending the Tag Team Championships. We'll have to wait and find out when it comes to that. But now Tony D'Angelo going one-on-one with Mr. Trick Williams. Last week here on NXT, Trick Williams was in a one-on-one contest with Lexis King. This week, he goes one-on-one with Tony D'Angelo. And we'll see if he can whoop that trick for Mr. Trick Williams. Looked pretty good against Lexis King. Back and forth match with Trick Williams obviously walking out victorious. And certainly Trick Williams, former WWE Tag Team Champion with Carmelo Hayes. They're on SmackDown briefly before being separated, with Trick Williams being drafted here to NXT and Carmelo being there on SmackDown. We'll see how their careers go differently, but for Trick Williams, it seems like, hey, it's a thing of motivation for this man to get himself bigger and better, and certainly plenty of time for him to develop, and even currently could take over NXT. But he's going to be taking on a man who is a former NXT North American Champion and will look to climb up the rankings here in NXT, and Tony D'Angelo. Angelo's going to look to get into title contention, and certainly would love to get his NXT North American Championship back, and may even look to challenge for the NXT Championship. We'll see how it fares. Referee ringing the bell, and look at that, jumping clothesline right off the gate. Trick Williams not playing around here. It's a big knee strike early on, taking down D'Angelo. Going back and forth here with Mr. Trick Williams. And now D'Angelo with a big reversal. And we'll see if Stacks gets involved as well. It'll be a key factor in this match with Stacks. I mean, we saw how well of a tag team they worked out with their recently a part of that Dusty Cup Championship tournament, but as now D'Angelo with a big time suplex, or almost like a neck breaker of sorts. Gonna go for the pinfall, and only able to get at least a 2 count. Shouldn't say only, that's pretty close. So he connects with that basement drop kick. Now D'Angelo talking it over briefly with Stacks. Gonna look to capitalize even more with that running knee strike into the corner. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is your main event of the evening with Drew McIntyre and Shinsuke Nakamura, bitter rivals there on Monday Night Raw. Certainly, they're along with the issues with Degeneration X and all that stuff like that. Shocking with Nakamura coming out and attacking ShawnSpears, maybe possibly having the back of Drew McIntyre. We don't know for sure if that's the case, as Angelo off that, nice neck breaker there. We've seen that before, highly effective. As McIntyre and Nakamura team up to take on the team of NXT champion EthanPage, as well as the chairman, ShawnSpears. Pinfall opportunity, 2. Very close, 2.5. And D'Angelo thought he had him. For Tony, you got to stay on Trick Williams. You can't give him any time to recuperate. Off the ropes we go. Trick Williams with a spinning kick right to the dome. That very well could be it. And now Trick Williams looking to fly. High risk, high reward for Trick Williams. What is he thinking here? Trick Williams, flying clothesline, takes down D'Angelo, but D'Angelo, realizing he was in a bad situation, rolled out the ring and bought himself a couple seconds. And now, off the ropes we go a couple times here, it looks like. And then into a jumping knee strike. We've seen that before. D'Angelo's in trouble, shoulders are down. 1, 2, 3. Trick Williams with back-to-back weeks with victorious wins. Big time win for Trick Williams, beating a former NXT North American champion this week, beating Lexis King last week. Trick Williams, you could say, is on a roll after dropping the tag team championships there with Carmelo Hayes. They're live at SummerSlam. But let's see how Trick Williams continues to fare. Big win though for the big man. As Drew McIntyre, Shinsuke Nakamura making their way down to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. And look at this, EthanPage, ShawnSpears, not afraid to come out here and decimate your, I guess you could say, this functional tag team. You don't really know how both of these tag teams are really going to work with this, ladies and gentlemen. But here we go, nonetheless. As in the ring we go, or at least trying to, it seems like. McIntyre going to look to make sure EthanPage pays for what he just did. The referee is already starting his count. Technically, everybody has to get in the ring for this officially to start, but I guess nonetheless, the referee has officially made this match a go, and here we go. Nakamura and McIntyre were briefly coming out together, only to be paid a visit by ShawnSpears and EthanPage. Last week here on NXT, we had a hard-hitting main event matchup between Drew McIntyre and EthanPage, but ultimately led with Drew McIntyre, one of the most accomplished wrestlers in all of WWE's Universe Mode, taking down EthanPage in a non-title matchup. The question is, for McIntyre, does he want to go after the NXT Championship? I mean, obviously he'd love championship gold and stuff like that, but certainly being here in NXT, it's probably not his main idea. Obviously, he lost that tag team matchup with him and Ken Shamrock taking on Degeneration X, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels, and that's why he is down here. He didn't get an opportunity to be drafted to Raw or SmackDown or whatnot, but hey, you lose a match, you got to live with your consequences, and certainly, for McIntyre, would he love to take the NXT Championship away from EthanPage? Probably. Would he rather be on the main roster? Probably. So, I mean, it's what McIntyre's going to have to deal with until further notice, unless there's a change of situations where Triple H is, like, hey, you know what? Yeah, we just had the WWE draft. You didn't technically get drafted. We were forced to have you here on NXT. You know what? We'll work something out. We don't know if that ever will happen. But Nakamura and EthanPage going back and forth here. Obviously, for Nakamura, he led Degeneration X after Ziggler got fired and got taken out of the situation. Nakamura led Big E and Braun Breaker for a little bit at a time before all hell broke loose, and that team imploded with McIntyre winning a gauntlet matchup between, obviously, McIntyre had to go through Nakamura, Big E, and Braun Breaker for that to happen, and obviously that happened, breaking up Degeneration X. We saw all three of those guys go back and forth with each other, and McIntyre got a little greedy trying to take down Shawn Michaels and Triple H in the process. Didn't work out, and obviously that's where we're at today with McIntyre being here in NXT. I was gonna say I was gonna go for a submission holder here, but an arm bar of sorts, an arm bar and a leg bar of sorts. Will EthanPage have to tap out? Could you imagine attacking your opponents only to be humiliated in the middle of the ring with a variation of a submission hold there? EthanPage now from behind, gonna look to capitalize. Oh, big takedown there of Nakamura. But like we were trying to say, we don't know what exactly Nakamura is trying to really set up there. As a twist of fate there from EthanPage. Pinfall. 2. Ooh, Nakamura almost down. But like I was trying to say, we just don't know what, Nakamura's game plan is, I guess. Is he trying to work with McIntyre? Is he trying to throw himself into title contention? Did he save McIntyre? Was it just right place, right time? You just never know. As here comes the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. He's all fired up, but now he's going to run right into ShawnSpears with the Tilt-A-Whirl backbreaker. And there is a tag. Here comes all ego, EthanPage. Big haymaker from EthanPage. Big kicks there. And now EthanPage with a fall-away slam. Takes down McIntyre halfway across the ring. And now all ego. Gonna go for the pinfall. Big win? No. Just a 1 count. EthanPage looking to get that win back after losing in that non-title matchup last week here. Now just going to stomp away on that left knee. Focus on every limb in the body, and especially the double stomp to the face. That certainly is not going to be feeling any better. And now here comes big time neck breaker of sorts there from Mr. ShawnSpears, the chairman of WWE. And now looking to go high risk. And obviously with that chairman category, it's not the same as what Triple H is, as he's the WWE chairman here in WWE, who runs WWE. And now a Irish whip in the corner. McIntyre, Nakamura trying to continue to work similar together here. As a... Oh, look at this maneuver. Working quite well together with that tag team maneuver. Both these teams, or I should say Nakamura and Drew McIntyre, don't really work too much as a tag team. Obviously Nakamura always more of a singles wrestler as he folds Mr. ShawnSpears in half. And now big stomps to the ribs, into a big elbow strike, takes down ShawnSpears, and Nakamura not done from there with a big axe handle, big forearm strike I should say, right across the face. And now Nakamura is starting to heat up here, and that is not what Spears wants here. A fired up Nakamura. Love him or hate him, certainly a big time superstar in all of WWE. And now Nakamura gonna go a little high risk, but ShawnSpears realized the situation and was able to get a tag. And now EthanPage catching Nakamura, looking for that crucifix powerbomb, releases it over the head, almost like a Celtic cross type of maneuver, and McIntyre breaks it up. The matchup will continue. And now this is where EthanPage has to go to work even more here. There's a submission hold here. Nakamura could probably grab that bottom rope, but able to slip out of it briefly. And look at ShawnSpears getting involved here. Back and forth we go. Ooh, nice over the head suplex there. Takes down EthanPage. And now Nakamura going to look to address ShawnSpears briefly. Nakamura now with a king Shosa to EthanPage. Turns him inside out. Pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Nakamura and Drew McIntyre with a big win tonight here on NXT. What a massive win. Back-to-back weeks. McIntyre last week. Nakamura pinning EthanPage this week. What does this mean for the championship division here on NXT? Well, EthanPage, it seems like you've run into a rock and a hard place. And I'm going to even make it worse for you. Because at NXT Roadblock, you will be defending your NXT Championship not only against the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre, you will defend your NXT Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura in a triple threat match in the main event of NXT Roadblock. Also, ShawnSpears, the chairman of NXT, I got something for you as well, so don't leave just yet. I got an announcement for you as well. ShawnSpears, you will be taking on the NXT debut of Ricky Saints at NXT Roadblock. Should be one hell of a match, and I can't wait for Saints to disrupt whatever chairman business you have here in NXT. Good luck, Shawn. I'm sick of everyone stepping over me and getting opportunities that should be my opportunities. I miss Money in the Bank, and I can cash in anytime, anywhere. And tonight, I'm cashing it in on poor NXT Women's North American Champion Thea Hale. Referee, you better be out there because I'm bringing Thea Hale out there, and we're going to have an official NXT Women's North American Championship main event. What in the hell is going on? You have Nikita Lyons. She has Thea Hale with her. I don't know what the hell's going on, but it seems like Nikita Lyons is taking her out to the ring here live on NXT. And now Nikita Lyons bringing out Thea Hale. This is atrocious. I understand being, walked over, and that's going to happen in WWE. You got plenty of these big name talents, but now Nikita Lyons taking it personally, taking Thea Hale over here, and it seems like she's going to look to take out the Women's North American Champion here in NXT. Look at these punches from Nikita Lyons. Oh, the spinning heel kick out of nowhere. That's certainly going to do some damage, I can tell you that. And it certainly means anything is going to go down here live on NXT. The match doesn't officially start until both of these women are officially in the ring. The referee is already there, like what Nikita Lyons wants, but it seems like Nikita wants to make sure Thea Hale has no chance in hell of walking out victorious. And you hate to see it, ladies and gentlemen, but it seems like unless Chase University's Andre Chase wants to come out here and try and get in the face of Nikita Lyons, I don't see this coming out to anything better than what we're seeing. And very well, ladies and gentlemen, getting close to a championship defense, and it could be the last days of Thea Hale with that NXT North American Championship. And no, Nikita, come on, Nikita, you don't need to do this. Not on the table. No! Damn it. With a brutal powerbomb, ladies and gentlemen. And now we have to get ready for the NXT North American Women's Championship defense. Both women are here, and they seem like, well, Thea Hale's not ready, but it certainly seems like Nikita Lyons is ready, and she will get in her spot, and the referee will make sure Thea Hale is ready. Yes, there we go. Thea Hale has her NXT North American Championship there with her inside the ring, giving it to her just before the prior introduction. Nikita Lyons being nice enough to allow her to get these introductions in, but normally in a cash-in, you wouldn't have this, but Nikita Lyons knows she has this match won. She's getting this big introduction here, and she wants to walk out with that NXT North American Championship. Normally cash-ins is for the major championships, the NXT Women's Championship, but she believes that Thea Hale has taken one of her spot, apparently, has walked over her and everything, and certainly I don't agree with that, but certainly it is what it is. And Thea Hale, she's not really showing any pain in her face there, but certainly this could be the first championship match she loses here in NXT ever since obviously becoming champion. This is going to be a tough test for her. We'll see how she fares. She's defeating Fallon Henley and Blair Davenport. We'll see how she fares in this matchup here tonight in your main event now. Nikita Lyons just toying with Thea Hale, almost like a bear club, or a bear hug, I should say. But Nikita Lyons is toying with Thea Hale, and I wouldn't be surprised if this match goes on too much longer. We didn't really see too much damage done by Nikita Lyons, but still, we didn't see what she happened to do before we got the cameras on backstage. We saw a little bit here at ringside, but not too much besides that powerbomb on the apron. And again, this bear hug from behind. just slowing down Thea Hale as much as possible here. And again, just toying with her competition here. As here we go with a pinfall. Could this be enough for a new NXT North American champion? No. And the matchup continues here. Was not expecting this to be your main event of the evening, but Nikita Lyons, not too happy where she has been here. She's been overlooked. She wasn't even essentially drafted to NXT. She came back because she has the Money in the Bank briefcase, and certainly looking to cash in, looking to make a statement to these women that continue to quote-unquote walk over her and take her place. She's sick of being overlooked by management, and she is done waiting for opportunities. She is Miss Money in the Bank. She could have inserted it herself, but now Nikita Lyons is doing what she wants to do, and certainly you're seeing it right here tonight. As right now, Thea Hale is in trouble, and unless she can somehow pull something out of her bag of tricks, that spinning kick to the dome, that very well could be it. That might be a new champion. 2.5. The fight of Thea Hale is still there. But how much? How much can this young lady take? That was a kick to the side of the skull. That hit flush. Wouldn't be surprised if she had some loose teeth after that, certainly. And now an Irish whip off the ropes. Nikita Lyons showing some agility here. And now an arm drag takedown. Thea Hale has not been able to get much. That split-legged maneuver right to the ribs didn't work out. And now Thea Hale, this might be the best opportunity for this young lady to get something going. A springboard senton didn't work out in the favor. And I think with all the damage, she wasn't been able to get a big, I guess you could say, a big enough jump off those ropes for her to hit, obviously. And now Nikita Lyons is going to make her pay. And now here we go off the top rope, it seems. Nikita Lyons, big elbow, but no, Thea Hale moves out the way into a drop kick. And now Thea Hale, can she get something going? She has struggled in this cash-in right now. Big block from Nikita, big jab to the face, back and forth we go, big drop kick. Who's going to walk out with that NXT Women's North American Championship? And now stomping right on that elbow. Thea Hale now in position. She wants Nikita Lyons to get up to her feet. Let's see what she's thinking. Thea Hale, almost like maybe a Kimura. Maybe. Yep, Kimura lock, submission hold. Will she tap out middle of the ring? We've seen a lot of big Brock Lesnar matches with the Kimura lock winning matches. Thea Hale has used it to her advantage recently. As look at the ribs of Thea Hale. That is all from Nikita Lyons, as both women hitting slugfest maneuvers, big fist after big fist. As you can see the back as well, the welts are brewing. And this is all for that NXT Women's North American Championship. Back and forth we go. Slugfest for slugfest. There has to be something to give in this moment. Who wants it more? The current champion or Miss Money in the Bank that feels like she is being stepped on and stepped over? And here we go. Big haymakers from both women. Look at this. You love to see it. Back and forth we go. Into a spinning kick to the temple. And that may be the it of Thea Hale's reign as North American champion. No! Thea Hale somehow, as look at those welts on the ribs there. Holy mackerel. And now Thea Hale gets hit with almost like a Michinoku driver and doing the right thing, rolling out of the ring. Gives her a couple seconds, but now Nikita Lyons telling her to get up to her feet. This can only end badly for one of these women, as Nikita through the middle rope, suicide dive, down goes your women's champion. And now this is where Nikita Lyons maybe even more dangerous here at ringside. But she's gonna toss her back in the ring instead of playing around with her competition. Referee is at a 4. Nikita Lyons gonna go high risk here. Here we go. Nikita Lyons, missile drop kick takes down the champion. Is that enough to keep down the champion this time? Shoulders are down. 2, 3 it is. And just like that, we have ourselves a new NXT Women's North American Champion. You hate to see it in your main event, go that way, but Nikita Lyons gets her way, cashes in her Miss Money in the Bank briefcase, and now is the new Women's North American Champion. You hate to see it, but that's all the time we got, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you on SmackDown.